Hi Leonie, it's Steve here. Sorry it took me so long to get back to you. I know it's been about a week and I've just had a few things on. But anyway, I've gone over your video a couple of times and it's a little bit sketchy with the graphics. It's a bit hard to sort of see a few things. Now I have opened up a Google Drive account, which is there's a folder there that you can upload your video to if you want to, and I can do probably a much better job on this for you. I'll send you the link to that this morning. But anyway, I'll just go over this one just to start with, and I've watched it a couple of times. There's a few things we can work on. Okay, so as I move forward through your video, we'll just play it at one full speed, and we'll just slow it down about there. Okay, so the hand is coming into the water, which is good. Okay, I'm thinking your hand is landing, it looks like your hand is landing flat, or they could be bubbles under the water. Once again, with the graphics, it's a bit tricky to tell, but I mean, it's going not too bad. So what we might need to work on is actually trying to get those hands to hit at a bit more of an angle. So for example, now I'm only guessing here once again for the graphics, but say for example there's our line. I like the hands to come in at this sort of angle, so thumb and forefinger hit the water first, and then as you stretch out they level off and just sit below the surface. Alright, so we'll just keep going through. That hand comes across. I think it's good, although it could, if I could be wrong in that end there seems to be pushing sideways across your body, as in it's coming too far this way. You got to remember that I like simple stuff. You know, I like to think that the easiest way to get from A to B is a straight line. So in saying that, everything you do, you know, has to be in the overall general purpose of getting you to the other end as smooth and as fast as possible, righto? So you know, that hand on entry, if I'm wrong there, which I probably could be, needs to really shoot out more out that way. Oops. More out that way. Alright, so anyway, we'll keep going through. Now your head position, you seem to actually, when your head is coming up to breathe, see how it comes up and sinks? Okay. So your head actually lifts up. So your head's down still there. You can actually see your head, you're lifting your neck up and you're actually tilting it to the side, okay? You want to try and work on having that head roll either side. So not so much a lift, more of a rolling sort of action. Try and smooth it out a little bit. Okay. So as we keep going through it, okay, you're getting good extension out the back end of your stroke, so you're reaching all the way down to there, which is good. Okay, so I can't really see too much, but you're not getting a whole lot of glide out of your stroke. Okay, so once those hands are hitting the water, you're nearly pulling them straight away. Okay, so you're not actually giving yourself time to get that little bit of free speed and let your momentum carry you forward a little bit. And I must admit, that sunlight is a bit tricky to try and see what's going on as well. I found myself moving my head in the phone to try and get out of the sunlight, which was silly, but anyway. Okay, so that's not too bad. You can see just there, right at the top of the screen, just here, you can see you're actually pulling a lot of bubbles. And those bubbles are actually, I believe, from your hand not entering properly. Okay, so even down through there you can still see the bubbles, and you're nearly a quarter of the way through your stroke. Okay, so bubbles aren't your friend in this case. Alright, so we're coming up to our turn. Once again, you can see that head movement. You can really see what I mean there. See how you're lifting your head up and then leveling it off? okay, instead of just rolling it to the side. Now when we come up to our turn, your entry position is really nice, you do a good job, and you get to this stroke and flip. That's actually not a bad distance from the wall to actually do your turn. The one thing though I did notice is you can see how your arms are here and out here a little bit. Okay, so they need to be tucked into your chest more. So you bring them into your, right tight into your chest, and then when you actually go to push off the wall, you can actually shoot your arms out this way a lot easier. Okay, so because right there you're starting to push, and your hands aren't in streamline, so you're actually, you know, counteracting what you're trying to achieve. And when you push off, okay, you're pushing off and you're twisting too soon, you're rotating too fast, and see how your body's got that twist in it? It's a little bit too aggressive for my liking, but hey, I could be wrong. And then we don't get any free speed out of that push off, because you're at the T mark, and you know, you could probably glide for another meter or so there, and it wouldn't really cost you any more energy. So here we've got a little bit of a glide happening, but see how that hand is dropping straight into your pull? Okay, so that's hitting the water there. Now, just for the record, this is the section I'm talking about. Hits the water there and drops. So actually, like I said, you're not getting actually forward momentum. You're not using that forward momentum to try and carry you forward and make your stroke easier. Okay, so now it's a bit hard for me to comment on what your pull is like because it's a bit tricky to see, but you know, if you do have an underwater camera or a GoPro or a waterproof phone, feel free to record that under the water, and I can go through your underwater stuff as well. Alright, well hopefully that's helped. Hopefully I've been able to give you a bit of an insight. One last thing, my preference for swimming is to have your hands come through in a straight line. See how that arm is out wide there? I would much rather have your hands closer to your armpits and side of your body, but it's no biggie. A lot of coaches prefer to have have arms wider. It depends on what type of swimming you're doing. I'm from an indoor or swimming pool background. I'm not an open water swimmer, but you know, anyway, I hope this really helps. Please be in contact if you want any more help with anything, and yeah, hope I was able to shine a bit of light on what we can do to swim a bit better. Okay. Also, as a courtesy, please, the incoming link, if you want to send me swimmers from anywhere, just let them know they can use that link as well, and I'll do a review for everybody as well, and hopefully I can help a few more people, because that's all I'm all about. I just want to help. I really do enjoy helping people. So, all right, thanks, Leonie. Have a great day.